Excuse me, where's... is that the inn? Because I've got something I need to take care of.
Skyrim. One of the best games ever made. Pause, I was going to start this video by saying how good Skyrim is and then how bad Skyrim VR is, but Skyrim VR is so bad, it pissed me off so bad, I don't even want to say anything nice about it. So I'm sorry if this video is a little bit shorter than I expected, and it's a little impromptu, but I've just got to go right into how bad it is. Thank you so much for watching. Alright. Back to the video. Now don't get me wrong, it's exactly what it sounds like. The game is still Skyrim and it's played via VR.
Oh, that's weird. Dude, she has blood on her lips. Whoa.
But it's not a VR game. Now maybe I've been spoiled by having Blade and Sorcery and Pavlov as my first new experiences in VR, but they showed me what a VR game truly is and should be, and Skyrim VR is just not that. For example, in Blade and Sorcery you can pick things up and move them around, and you can interact with the environment by touching objects with your hands. This really tricks your brain into almost feeling in real life what you're touching in the game. But in Skyrim you just can't do that. Whenever you try to interact with the environment, nothing happens. You go in expecting the normal things that a VR game has, and it has none of them. Can you pick weapons up? No. Can you touch people? No. Can you pick bodies up? No. Can you open doors with your actual hands? No. Can you even see your own body in the armor you're wearing? No. You're an invisible body with floating hands. Now you may be asking, Finn, the game's 5 years old. Why are you picking it apart so badly? I'll tell you why. Because it's still $60. Yup, this lackluster VR port of a decade-old game that is now 5 years old is still $60. And it was produced by a AAA company. For that price and by a studio that size, it should be a full VR experience, not worse than most of the indie early access $15 games. Thankfully, Steam often has sales, so I was able to get it for $20, but even after playing it, that is still too much money.
It's not horrible because like it's made in 2011, but like, look at this. None of this touches at all. Can't like touch yourself. Like, I don't actually like interact with the world at all. It's like, I guess technically it's a VR port, but it's a really shitty one.
It's just deplorable how Bethesda charges so much for a truly subpar product. I hope to God Bethesda learns their lesson from Fallout 76 and actually starts trying again with Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6. Fortunately, we do have a silver lining here, and it's that the modding community for Skyrim is full of chads who do Bethesda's job for them. Volunteer modders from this community took it upon themselves to put out the dumpster fire that is Skyrim VR by making mods that transform it into an actual VR game. So I knew what I had to do, and that was to install mods to make the game actually worth having. So began the process of installing the backbone for these mods, which obviously is SKSE VR and the unofficial patch. These two mods will be what allows the rest of our mods to function. Now, the two most important mods for Skyrim VR are Higgs and VRIK. Higgs is what will turn the game into an actual VR game. It'll allow us to actually interact with the world around us. Finally, we can pick up items in the world and actually use our weapons like we would in real life.
Oh. Oh.
Next up is VRIK, which will let us actually see our avatars in the game. This really helps with immersion because we're no longer just floating hands in the aether, but now we can see our bodies and any armor we're wearing. It also lets us sheath weapons on our body, and we can even see our weapons on our body in our shadow.
Look at that. Wanna be at the Y and C. Hey.
Now after making the game playable, now we have to make it tolerable to look at, and the Nexus has no shortage of mods for us to do that, but today I just went with the basics like Vivid Weathers, SMIM, Real Water, and a few other general overhauls. After all that modding, it genuinely helped. It turned what was a pig that just rolled around in mud into a pig that just rolled around in mud, but with nice red lipstick. For real though, the mods really turned the game around and into a true VR experience. Combat now feels a lot smoother and immersive because now you can see yourself in it. A fun advantage of VR is you can swing your two hands really fast and do a lot of damage really quick. So two-handed weapons are really quick and have no drawback. I have to admit, going through a dungeon in true VR was pretty amazing, and I was really caught off guard of how big the skewers are compared to you.
That must smell horrible.
And killing that annoying bandit with your own two hands was pretty fun as well.
It's coming loose. I can feel it.
stupid hoe.
All in all, the mods do truly save Skyrim VR and allow it to live up to what potential it did have. I'm excited to dump even more mods into it and see how far I can take it in the future. Speaking of the future though, I just hope this cash grab phase for Bethesda is officially done, and going forward they start putting care back into their games. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and if you have any constructive criticism, feel free to leave it in the comments below. And click the video that just popped up if you want to see me talk about a truly phenomenal VR game, but besides that, have a good one.
It's Skyrim, so that makes it fun, and like the environment, and I mean, just like look at that just looks so like beautiful. But I mean, just the way was clearly like not made for VR, which I mean is fair, it was made in 2011, but the way it's just so blaringly not VR capable, it really gets in the way of what could honestly be a really special experience. And it's like even with the mods, it like I just played Blade and Sorcery, and everything in it is made specifically for VR. So when you touch things, it's super smooth and intuitive, and like when you hit things, there's like the connection, and you really feel it, and like it really, with the technology, it just tricks your brain into thinking like, oh my god, this is real. But then like when you play this, it's like, even like with mods, it's just so obvious it wasn't made for this, and it really takes away what could be like a beautiful and amazing experience. Because I mean, you have the whole world of Skyrim, which was one of the best games like ever made, but it's just like not there. It's just missing that like oomph that makes a VR game so crazy. Like it's good, but only because it's Skyrim, and Skyrim has what makes it so special.